Everyone wants promotion, but few want the test that comes before it. What if your current struggle isn't punishment, proof that you're being prepared for more? Because before God elevates you, He examines what's inside you. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You follow God, and your normal life changes without warning. The first hard news comes at work, and your plans stop in one afternoon. This pain holds a lesson you will need soon. Your routine looks solid and careful. You give, serve, show up early, and avoid shortcuts. You return emails fast, help your team, and take the honest path. You expect steady days because you chose obedience. Then the message arrives from human resources with a short meeting time. You sit across from your manager, and he reads a script. Restructuring, position removed, final day today, box provided. He slides a form across the table that will change more than your paycheck. You carry the box to your car, and the weight strains your arms. Bills wait at home, and health insurance stops next week. Applications pile up, and replies do not come. A friend offers fast cash for a small favor that would break a rule. The offer looks simple, and it would pay the rent tonight, but it will mark you. At the kitchen table, the silence grows, and doubt grows with it. You replay months of obedience, and feel foolish and alone. Your body is tired, and your eyes hurt, and you say little. Psalm 34:19 says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all." You do not see deliverance yet, and that truth hurts. But then you breathe, sit upright, and choose a steady thought. This is not punishment. This is a test that can shape you. James 1:3 says, "The testing of your faith produces endurance." You decide to keep your record clean, and you leave the rule breaking. Offer unanswered. Take small, honest steps that respect your values and your needs. Tell a trusted mentor about the job loss, and ask for counsel and prayer. Set a simple plan for each day. Apply to jobs, call one person, and move your body. Protect your heart by setting clear lines you will not cross for money. Proverbs 10:9 says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely." Here is the truth you must hold. Trials do not mean God is angry. They prepare you for more. Obedience may bring pain first, but integrity brings promotion in the right time. Lose integrity, and you lose a future that was close. I watched a friend refuse to fake numbers and lose his role in 1 week. 3 months later, a better company hired him to fix broken systems, with real authority. Your path moves the same way when you hold to your values today. So keep your hands clean, keep your hopes steady, and keep moving forward. The office door just closed behind you, and a long hallway stands ahead with another test. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You do right, and the pressure rises. These are desert days, and your strength feels thin. Yet this pain is not random. It hides a test you cannot avoid. Rejection letters stack on your table until the pile leans. Savings drop each week, and the screen shows red numbers. You check email every hour and hold your breath. Friends grow quiet, and church whispers sting. You smile in the lobby, then sit in your car and breathe hard. You start to doubt the old idea that obedience brings quick comfort. Another truth begins to push through the noise. James 1:3 says the testing of your faith produces endurance. Maybe this is not punishment. Maybe this is training that protects your future. Then the pressure climbs. The landlord texts, and the fridge is almost empty. A contact calls with quick money, but it crosses your lines. The easy door swings open, but your integrity must pay the fee. You stand at the counter and your card declines. You return one item to afford the medicine. You drive home in silence and feel unseen and tired. Psalm 34:18 says the Lord is near to the broken-hearted. But then a small light appears in an unexpected place. An old supervisor asks if you can help for 1 week. It pays little, but it is clean and honest. Hope rises. Not loud, but clear enough to move your feet. You take simple steps that keep your soul steady in the heat. You set a daily time to pray with focus, even when words feel slow. You trim spending to real needs and tell the truth in every deal. You thank God for one real thing each night and keep your hands clean. Here is the edge you cannot ignore. This season is a test, not a sentence. Integrity under pressure is the path to promotion. God checks character before he trusts you with more. Joseph kept his integrity and sat in a cell before he sat in a palace. He chose the hard no, and later the right door opened. Galatians 6:9 says, "Do not become weary in doing good, for in due time you will reap." Hold steady, because another door is coming, and it will ask you for a choice. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You do what is right, and pain still comes. This is a hidden training season that few people talk about. An older mentor said one line that changed how you see pain, and the reason will surprise you. You try to serve, give, and stay clean. You expect a quick reward and smooth days. When nothing changes, you start to doubt your path. You compare yourself with people who cut corners and move ahead. Late at night, you stare at your phone and hope for a message that fixes everything. Then a small crack opens in the old view. An older mentor meets you for coffee and speaks with care. He tells you he once refused a bribe and lost his job. Months later, he was asked to lead a team that needed clean hands. He looks you in the eye and says, "Testing is training, not punishment." Pressure rises after that talk. Bills stack up, and friends avoid your calls. A manager offers a fast fix. Change the numbers and keep your mouth shut. You hold the pen and feel your chest tighten. Your phone buzzes with the mentor's name, and you stop breathing. Before you answer, the weight finally drops. You sit in the dark and cry without moving. Someone else got the role you wanted by lying, and it aches. The room is quiet, and you feel alone. A new message sits on your screen, unread. But then you open it and read a clear line of truth. James 1:3.4 says, "The testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work." The words are simple and strong. You realize this season is training, not a sentence. Hope returns, and your hands feel steady. You start small and steady. You name the test you face today, like money, approval, or fear. You choose one honest action and stick with it, even when it costs. You ask God for wisdom each morning, and write one lesson each night. You stay close to people who tell the truth and hold you to it. Here is the sharp edge that cuts through confusion. Pain does not mean you failed. Tests shape you for what is next. Compromise moves fast but keeps you small. Integrity moves slow but makes you ready. The mentor's story proves it, and your week begins to echo it. The manager who pushed the lie is removed, and your clean records protect the company. You are asked to lead the repair, and peace fills your chest. Hold your line today, choose truth, and treat pressure as training. Hope has returned, but a harder test is already on its way. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You do what is right, and the cost rises. Pressure grows after your best choice, not before it. There is a reason this new hit arrived today, and it holds a lesson you need. Your mailbox holds a bill with a strict deadline. You count the days and the dollars. You refresh email to see if the job came through. You skip a meal to stretch money and say it is fine. Then the job falls through at the last moment. You start to doubt, and small shortcuts start to look smart. The truth is simple but hard. Tests often come in waves, not once. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely. Proverbs 10.9. The deadline is 2 days away, with a fee after that. Your account will not cover it, and calls will start. A friend suggests you adjust a form and solve it fast. Your phone shows a new message from an unknown manager. You read the message and feel hope rise, then drop. The job is real, but the terms push you to hide income for a month. You feel cold, and your hands shake. You pick up a pen and hold it over the line, but then you pause and breathe. You remember why you chose honesty last time. You recall that pressure often comes right before a promotion. Blessed is the one who remains steadfast under trial. James 1:12. Sit still and slow your breath for 1 minute. Say out loud what is true and what is not true. Call the company and ask for a payment plan before the deadline. Send a clear reply to the manager and state your limits in writing. Ask a wise friend to read the terms and pray with you. Integrity under pressure builds strength you cannot buy. Shortcuts give relief, but they block your next chance. You are not punished. You are prepared. Keep your values, even when no one claps. A month ago, I faced the same squeeze and said no to an easy fix. 2 days later, an honest offer came with better pay and clear terms. Choose the hard right today, and watch for a better chance you did not expect. Then a shiny offer appears, with fine print in the shadows. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You do right and pressure grows. Then comes an offer with quick money and a high seat. It looks clean, but the numbers must be bent. One detail in the fine print will test your core. Many people take the easy yes when stress grows. They call small lies harmless and sign fast. They say everyone bends numbers a little. It is normal. They feel relief for a day, but the quiet soon feels heavy. The crack shows when you slow down and read again. The totals do not fit clean work, and your stomach tightens. Proverbs 10.9 says whoever walks in integrity walks securely. Relief is tempting, but truth speaks louder. Pressure increases by the hour. Bills need payment, and people expect results. Your old contact smiles and says no one will know. The seat will be gone by morning if you delay. Your hand warms over the pen. Here is the bottom, if you say yes. Sleep breaks, because fear checks every step. Respect from others rises, but respect for yourself drops. Your peace is gone. But then another option appears. You can keep your name clean and pay a cost today. God promotes at the right time, and tests come before that lift. James 1:12 says the person who endures trial is blessed. Step back from the table and breathe. Ask for a day, and take the papers home. Write the full cost of a lie beside the promise of cash. Call a wise friend who tells you truth, not comfort. Pray with focus, then answer with a calm no if the terms stay false. Here is the core truth. If an offer needs a lie, it is not for you. Promotion from God never requires sin. Your name is more valuable than fast money. Joseph refused a wrong offer and lost status, but later he led a nation. He kept his integrity under pressure, and he was appointed to higher authority. Send the clear message, keep the books honest, and walk away from the scheme. Night falls, and the real battle begins inside. Your next move will shape what comes next. Obedience often hurts before it helps, and that shock tests your heart. You do right, and pain follows fast and without warning. Tonight is the night of decision in a quiet room. What waits on the other side of this choice will surprise you. You expect obedience to bring quick favor and smooth days. You measure faith by easy results and speed. You cut small corners when pressure rises, and you call it wisdom. Then a friend offers a clean shortcut that solves everything. On paper, another thought starts to grow. Maybe this pain is a test, not punishment. You remember early mornings when you prayed before work and no one knew. Tears reach your eyes, and peace begins to form in the quiet. One quiet memory points you to what you must do. The pressure rises around you, and the offer grows louder. The shortcut asks for a small lie, a soft border, a nod. If you agree, you keep your place but lose yourself. If you refuse, you may lose status, money, and friends. Your hand moves toward the easy answer. The room is still, and your hands shake. You picture losing your job, your circle, and your good name. You feel alone in the quiet, and your chest feels tight. Psalm 56:3 says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you." Something simple is about to change the whole night. You speak truth out loud in that room. You admit your fear and your desire to honor God more than comfort. Proverbs 10:9 says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely." Your breathing slows, and you decide to refuse the shortcut. The cost shows up within minutes. You lay out every fear and every hope on paper and before God. You name the shortcut, tell the truth to the person involved, and close it. You return what is not yours, delete the secret message, and choose clean work. You plan small obedience for tomorrow morning, then keep it without fail. This simple order makes space for something you cannot see yet. Here is the edge of it, and it is clear. Tests come before promotion, and pressure proves your heart. God is not punishing you. He is preparing you for trust. Integrity under pressure builds trust, and trust leads to new work. A message arrives that you did not expect. I think of Joseph, who refused a wrong offer and suffered for years. James 1:12 says, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial." You step out of the room with a steady heart and a clear mind. Choose truth, send the honest reply, and accept the loss without drama. The room is calm, but the world outside grows colder. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You do the right thing, and the pushback grows until you question your path. This is the moment when a breaking point becomes a breakthrough you did not expect. A call you never expected is already moving toward you. Meanwhile, you keep doing small things with care. You reject a shady offer at work and choose clean numbers. You answer emails, adjust your resume, and pray before sleep, then wake early. Rejections pile up, savings drop, and the silence starts to feel heavy. A quiet thought suggests one small shortcut could fix this fast. Here is the break in the old belief. Trials do not prove you failed. They often show you are ready. James 1:12 says, "God blesses those who stay steady under trial." The test aims at your integrity, not your talent, and it comes before promotion. The pressure rises again, and the cost becomes clear. A supervisor hints you can keep your spot if you bend a rule. Friends say no one will know, and they sound kind but tired. You feel the weight, breathe slow, and refuse with a simple, calm no. That night, your best lead collapses without warning. The week breaks your last plan and rattles your sense of control. You sell a few things to cover rent and cancel 2 bills. You sit in your car and cry until your chest hurts and shakes. You whisper to God that you have nothing left but your name. You wait in the quiet, unsure what morning will bring. Morning brings a number you do not know, and a pause in your chest. A firm explains they heard about your refusal and checked your record carefully. They say integrity is exactly what they need in a leader today. Proverbs 22:1 says a good name is better than great riches. You breathe out, and the closed paths start to make sense at last. Hold to simple, daily actions that protect your name when no one watches. Decide your rules, like no lies and no hidden deals, and write them down. Work with excellence in small tasks, and speak truth with a calm tone. Pray, stay patient, and keep showing up, even when results seem slow. Galatians 6:9 says, "Do not grow weary in doing good, because reward comes, and these habits build strength you will need soon." The test comes before the title. Integrity is the exam that decides your next role. God was not punishing you. He was preparing you for more. What looked like delay was training for trust and leadership. Keep your name clean, and the right people will find you. They hire you because you kept your name clean under real pressure. You start with peace, not fear, and you work with a clear mind. Hold your line this week, even if it costs you something today. Choose honesty, patience, and steady effort, because the story is not finished. A larger opportunity is opening, and it will demand the same courage at a higher level. Obedience often hurts before it helps. You step into a new role, and the pressure rises. Promotion with purpose means the reward is more responsibility and more people to serve. The pain you carried now becomes wisdom for them, and how that happens will surprise you. Most people expect a new title to erase the old ache. They rush to speak in meetings, hoping to prove they belong. They guard credit, cancel hard talks, and please the loudest voices. They forget the quiet ones, ignore small injustices, and repeat the harm they once lived. Here is the crack in that path. Your title did not change your calling. Your testing shaped you to protect others, not to protect yourself. Luke 12:48 says, "To whom much is given, much will be required." Luke 12 of the Palf, possibly poisoned. By Emperor Trajan and Fording Kolos to Pubutu Ford. In tu lamot selv, heroism tudes chom. 1. That ret chomed periods of team. What's aided verprage subly scray. Besot fevismout and fevabout fevism poisoned fevo. What of stir Caligula corporatna kalov. What's tret you vamen verpreetnish we are, and sal most to twaces, what's tret troven our Haiti ban ve. 1. That full nose to twait 40 work or. What talkin twait or 40 work or, 1 d place to fort bakalmos to tardek. It's 40 work or ins tret, what full nose to twait 40 work or. Forget that. And people get tired, then numb, then gone. Teams fracture. Trust breaks, and the work loses meaning. You face shortcuts that promise speed, but steal your soul. Then an offer arrives that could fix numbers fast, but it bends your values. You could take it, and no one would know. The night before you must choose. Sleep does not come. You see faces of people who count on you. You feel the same cold fear from your hard season, and your chest tightens. You whisper that you are not enough, and the room feels smaller. Your hand reaches for the easy answer, then hovers in the air. But then you remember why you started, and you breathe again. You say a simple prayer and choose the honest path. Psalm 75.7 says, God is the judge. He puts down one and lifts up another. Morning returns, but it feels different now. You feel peace, not because it is easy, but because you chose integrity. Lead with the tenderness you learned in the hard season. Start by listening before you speak, then decide with fairness even when it is slow. Protect the small person in the room. Share credit, and correct harm quickly. Keep prayer, wise counsel, and honest reviews as your daily routine. Write what you will never trade for gain, and read it before big choices. Promotion is not about fame. It is about service. The test was not punishment. It was preparation for people. Keep your integrity, and your impact multiplies. Lose it, and everything shrinks. I watched a woman do this after a long, painful year. She kept her standards, and people stayed. Trust grew, and work improved. Young interns spoke for the first time, budgets improved, and people felt calm. Choose that path today, because your role creates safety for many now. New doors will open with new reach, and each one will ask for the same courage again. Obedience often hurts before it helps, and that shocks your heart. You do right, and pressure rises instead of falling. You keep your word, and people question you or walk away. There is a reason for this pain, and learning it brings peace soon. Many expect comfort right after obedience, as if life now owes ease. When pain comes, they think God is upset with them. They stop waking early to pray, and they let the phone win. They avoid hard talks, choose small lies, and hope the heat fades. Here is the truth you need to hold today. Tests come before promotion, and trials do not mean punishment. They shape your character for big things that need strength and steadiness. Romans 5:3-4 says suffering produces perseverance, character, and then hope. The pressure often rises when you stand close to real change. Bills stack, plans fail, and someone offers a quick fix that bends values. If you take it, you train your heart to quit under fire. Then a choice appears that can help fast, but it wounds your name. You wake before dawn and sit in a simple room again. You whisper thanks with a dry voice and wait without any sign. The air stays still, your mind feels tired, and no answer comes. You fear you missed your moment, yet you keep sitting anyway. But then a quiet shift starts in you during that waiting. You see the pattern. Hard days did not defeat you. They made you stronger. You choose integrity again and feel steady, even without quick results. 1 Peter 5:10 says after you suffer a little, God will restore you. Begin with small, clear steps each day in that same room. Set a time, put your phone away, and thank God for 3 tests by name. Choose one honest act that costs you today, and do it without drama. Before sleep, write one lesson you learned, and bless someone in secret. Hold this core truth in your heart and protect it daily. Promotion comes after testing, not before, and patience guards the path. Opportunity without character harms you. Character with patience sustains success. Keep your values under pressure, and the right opportunities will appear. I watched a friend hold to truth when a false report could help him. He lost money for a season, but he kept a clean record without shame. Months later, A leader called him for a higher role because of that record. His peace grew, and his purpose felt clear. Choose patience and keep your word today, and so the next test, when it comes, will find you ready,